Good afternoon. Om Shanti. Sorry for little delay today. Okay, so let's start with today's reading. Yes, so we have to start from look beyond the words. And this is actually very important to look beyond the words. So let's hear it from the author himself. So the seeker says, I don't like the word sin. It implies that I am being judged and found guilty. I can understand over the centuries many erroneous views and interpretations have accumulated around word such as sin due to ignorance, misunderstanding, or a desire to control. But they contain an essential core of the truth. If you are unable to look beyond such interpretations and so cannot recognize the reality to which the word points, then don't use it. Don't get stuck on the level of words. A word is no more than a means to an end. It's an abstraction. Not unlike a signpost, points beyond itself. The word honey is not honey. You can study and talk about honey as long as you like, but you won't really know it until you taste it. Until you have tasted it, the word becomes less important to you. You won't be attached to it anymore. Similarly, you can talk or think about God continuously for the rest of your life. But does that mean you know or have even glimpsed the reality to which the word points? It really is no more than an obsessive attachment to a signpost, a mental idol. So this is actually so true that we have to look beyond the words, which means that sometimes we have some connotations around the word. And, if when we talk about, especially about God or soul, then these things you know, uh, comes as an obstacle. We say that, like author says that honey, word is not honey. You can talk about it honey, you can say honey, but you will not be able to experience it. When you will experience it, you will go beyond the word and you will understand what really is the essence of honey. Similarly, of sin, unconsciousness, God, being, happiness, all these words, which means whenever we hear a word, we should go beyond the word. Sometimes unconsciously we say a few words and uh, without understanding the depth of it, we just comes to the something triggers us. We said, don't use this word in front of me, or it something triggers in you. We are not able to go beyond the words, and this is how we are attached to the words. So we have to go beyond it. We'll explore it later. The reverse also applies. If for whatever reason you dislike the word honey, that might prevent you from even tasting it. If you had a strong aversion to the word God, which is a negative form of attachment, you may be denying not just the word, but also the reality to which it points. It would be cutting yourself off from the possibility of experiencing that reality. All that is, of course, intrinsically connected with being identified with your mind. So aversion means little wrong attachment, negative form of attachment, which means कुछ experience हुआ होगा, कुछ ऐसी बात हुई होगी कि whenever someone hears this word God, they create that mental image and they don't want to go into it, right? I don't know it happened with you, but it used to happen with me. So you would be cutting yourself from the possibility of experiencing that reality because I have not been able to go beyond the words, which again points to one thing. I am identified with my mind. I'm not able to go beyond my mind. So if a word doesn't work for you anymore, then drop it and replace it with one that does work. If you don't like the word sin, then call it unconsciousness or insanity. That may get you closer to the truth, the reality behind the word, than a long, misused word like sin and leaves little room for guilt. I don't like those words either. They imply that there is something wrong with me. I am being judged. So, of course, there is something wrong with you, and you are not being judged. I don't mean to offend you personally, but do you not belong to a human race that has killed over 100 million members of their own species in the 20th century alone? So let's say, you know, he said that, of course, there is something wrong with you. What happens? Let's say someone says to us that something wrong with you. If we are attached to the words, we say, how can you say that something is wrong with me? You're not sensitive. He's just trying to explain. Someone is trying to tell us that of yes, there are things which we need to change. Simple. But when we are too much attached to the words, we get triggered. We are not able to get to the essence of what the other person is trying to say. So he said, what I'm trying to say is that do you not belong to this kind of human race? So you mean guilt by association? It is not a question of guilt, but as long as you're run by the egoic mind, you are part of the collective insanity. But perhaps you haven't looked very deeply into the human condition in its state of dominance by the egoic mind. Open your eyes and see the fear, the despair, the greed, and the violence that all pervasive. See the heinous cruelty and suffering on an unimaginable scale that humans have inflicted and continue to inflict on each other as well as on other life forms on the planet. You don't need to condemn, just observe. This is sin, this is insanity. That is unconsciousness. Above all, don't forget to observe your own mind. Seek out the root of the insanity there. So, you know, um, we sometimes what we do, we just turn a blind eye to it. If I am not looking, it does not mean that it is not happening. We all have to agree that the collective consciousness or the egoic mind is so much in people that look what it has done to the other human beings as well as this nature as well as other creatures, right? This beautiful earth also. And it shows if we observe, if we see, we don't have to feel sad. Sometimes I remember I went to one conference last year on World Environment Day in Pune, and I had a session there. And just before that, um, a guy, there was a very famous environmentalist who was taking the session, and the student says, "Sir, I get climate anxiety." Similarly, we can get anxious that, how can people be so insensitive, so cruel, so negative? So we don't need to condemn. परेशान नहीं होना है, just observe. This is sin, this is insanity, this is unconsciousness, ये बेहोशी है. So yes, there is something wrong with all of us, and most importantly, don't forget to observe your own mind. Every one of us has some kind of darkness. There is some unconsciousness, and you know that what I'm talking about, what kind of self-harming habits you have. So this is, of course, there is something wrong with us. So Seeker says, you said that identification with our physical form is part of the illusion. So how can the body, the physical form, bring you to a realization? The body that you can see and touch cannot take you into being. But that visible and tangible body is only an outer shell, or rather a limited and distorted perception of a deeper reality. In your natural state of connectedness with being, this deeper reality can be felt every moment as the visible inner body, the animating presence within you. So, to inhabit the body is to feel the body from within, to feel the life inside the body, and thereby come to know that you are beyond the outer form. So, I believe we all have reached this level to feel that I am not this body, and there is a light body within me. You can call it energy circle, you can call it your aura. We have to experience it. We have to start visualizing it, start feeling it, that I am a soul. And I practice this, that like a waterfall, एक झरने की तरह, the light of purity, of peace is radiating from me, the soul, at the center of forehead. And this energy, this light is radiating to the whole physical body. And I am becoming the body of light, body of healing, body of purity, not this physical body. This is the actual reality. The outer is just a distorted and limited perception of actual deeper reality. But that is only the beginning of an inward journey that will take you even more deeply into a realm of great stillness and peace, yet also of great power and vibrant life. At first, you may get only fleeting glimpses of it, but through them, you will begin to realize that you are not just a meaningless fragment in an alien universe, briefly suspended between birth and death, allowed a few short-lived pleasure following by pain and ultimate annihilation. Underneath your outer form, you are connected with something so vast, so immeasurable and sacred that it cannot be conceived or spoken of. Yet I am speaking of it now. I am speaking of it not to give you something to believe in, but to show you how you can know it for yourself. Right? So, this is just a beginning of an inward journey, beginning of experiencing that great stillness, great peace, powerful, and to truly, truly experience life. We are not here to be happy for just 10 minutes, 1 hour a day, and rest, living in pain. No, this is something so vast, so immeasurable, and so cannot be spoken of. But still, this is something I do not have to believe, but we have to experience it, right? You are cut off from being as long as your mind takes up all your attention. When this happens, as it happens continuously for more people, you are not in your body. You are cut off from being as long as your mind takes up all your attention. So we are not able to experience our real self, soul consciousness. And when this happens, and it happens continuously for most people, you are not in your body. The mind absorbs all your consciousness and transforms it into mind stuff. You cannot stop thinking. Compulsive thinking has become a collective disease, right? Compulsive thinking, overthinking, not able to stop the mind, stop the thinking, negative thinking, sleeping while sleeping, the mind is active. This has become a collective disease. Your whole sense of who you are is then derived from mind activity. Your identity, as it is no longer rooted in being, becomes a vulnerable and ever needy mental construct, which creates fear as the predominant underlying emotion. The one thing that truly matters is then missing from your life. Awareness of your deeper self, your invisible and indestructible reality. So when we are not able to stop thinking, my identity becomes a vulnerable, ever needy mental construct. It will, it will keep on identifying. It will look for identifying it with from the outer things. How is my social media account? How much I am making money? What possessions I have? How do I look? What my friend says about me? If I'm getting married, how my uh, kids are, we start identifying ourselves with them. This is ever needy, which means it will always look for something and it will always be empty. So it will always complain, it will always cry, it will always look for something from the outside, expectations. So we will miss that awareness of deeper self. To become conscious of being, you need to reclaim consciousness from the mind. This is one of the most essential tasks on your spiritual journey. What we have to do, you need to reclaim consciousness from the mind. We have to keep on practicing that I am a conscious being. I am in the present. I am not identified with my mind. Nothing can define me. My identity is very simple, very limited, powerful, but very limited, and that is I am just a point of light. I am a being. This is my reality, and I am that joyful soul. I am that peaceful soul. I am loveful soul. I am a powerful soul. I am a blissful soul. I am a pure soul. I am a knowledgeful soul. That's it. This is my reality. This is what I think about me. I'm work in progress, but this is what I think about me. So nothing can take this from me. I'm a loveful soul. I'm a peaceful soul. I'm a special soul. I am complete. Nothing can take away anything from me. I'm fearless soul because what is mine will always be mine. Nothing else is mine. Everything else is impermanent. Everything else is changing, volatile. But this is something indestructible, eternal, original. So it will free vast amounts of consciousness that previously had been trapped in useless and compulsive thinking. A very effective way of doing this is simply to take the focus of your attention from thinking and direct it into the body, where being can be felt in the first instance as the invisible energy field that gives life to what you perceive as the physical body. So we are from starting, we are trying to learn, understand how to experience being in the present. So author said that sometimes what you do, you just say that I am in the present and experience that life beyond these life situations and experience that joy and peace, easiness. Sometimes author says, just check where my mind is wandering. And when you realize you are not in the present, you're in the present. So tell your mind, just check that is it in the past or future, and just tell your mind to come in the present. So one more way author is saying what to do, take uh, take attention to your body. Leave everything outside. Just take care, bring your attention to your body and feel at the center of forehead. You feel a point of light, a being, and feel that invisible energy, life energy, that healing light, that pure light, that powerful light, spreading, at rejuvenating each and every soul, every cell of the body. Right now, just feel it. I am not even this body. I am a light body. My whole body is of light, radiating purity, radiating peace, radiating healing power. Can you feel it right now? Can you experience it right now? No past, no future, just like a waterfall, that light is transmitting, radiating. झरने की तरह वो प्योरिटी बह रही है, and it is reaching to each and every cell of the body, healing it, cleaning it, rejuvenating it. I am totally in the present. And how profound, how powerful, how much beautiful this experience is. Are you able to do that? Did you experience it? You can reply. Very good, very good. That's great. So much stillness. Okay, so let's proceed. So author said that a very effective way is to focus your attention away from thinking, direct it into body. Being can be felt like we experienced, right? Please try it now. You may find it helpful to close your eyes for this practice. Later on, when being in the body has become natural and easy, this will no longer be necessary. We won't need to even close our eyes to experience this. Initially, initially we have to do that. We can do that with closed eyes. So being in the body, I am a soul in the body. So my reality is I am a soul, not my body, and at the center of forehead. Direct your attention into the body, feel it from within. As we are reading it, just try to experience it. Is it alive? Is there life in your hands, arms, legs, and feet? In your abdomen, your chest? Can you feel the subtle energy field that pervades the entire body and gives vibrant life to every organ and every cell? Can you feel it simultaneously in all parts of the body as a single field of energy? Keep focusing on the feeling of your inner body for a few moments. Do not start to think about it, just feel it. The more attention you give it, the clearer and stronger this feeling will become. It will feel as if every cell is becoming more alive and you have a strong visual sense. You may get an image of your body becoming luminous. Although such an image can help you temporarily, pay more attention to the feeling than to any image that may arise. An image, no matter how beautiful or powerful, is already defined in form. So there is less scope of penetrating more deeply. Don't think about it, just feel it. Yes, if you can visualize, it's very good. But the more important thing is to feel that every cell is healing, rejuvenating, vibrating. I am becoming that light, that purity, that angel. My aura is cleaning, becoming very pure, very peaceful, a sacred space, a healing space. The feeling of your inner body is formless, limitless, and unfathomable. This feeling of being light body is formless, कोई shape नहीं है इसका, limitless, it has no limit, and unfathomable, which means we can't really understand it, logically. You can always go into it more deeply. If you cannot feel very much at this stage, it's okay. Pay attention to whatever you can feel. Perhaps there is just a slight tingling in your hands or feet. That's good enough for the moment. Just focus on the feeling. Your body is coming alive. Later, we will practice some more. Please open your eyes now, but keep some attention in the inner energy feel of the body, even as you look around the room. Even if you're reading, keep an attention that feeling that I am that light, that inner energy field. The inner body lies at the threshold between your form identity and your essence identity, your true nature. The inner body lies at the threshold. Threshold means the connecting point. Threshold actually means the topmost point. Nothing can be beyond that. So this is like between your form identity. Form identity means this body, and your essence identity. Essence identity, soul. That is the blend. That is a combination where both of these meets your true nature. So never lose touch with it. Right? Keep on experiencing it, and author says it's okay, even if you are not able to experience much, even if there was just a slight tingling, that okay, I am feeling little vibrant. That's okay. That's okay for now. We will do it more and more. Transformation through the body. Why have most religious condemned or denied the body? Religions condemned and denied the body. It seems that spiritual seekers have always regarded the body as an hindrance or even as sinful. Why have so few seekers become finders? On the level of body, humans are very close to animals. All the basic bodily functions, pleasure, pain, breathing, eating, drinking, defecting, sleeping, the drive to find a mate and procreate, and of course, birth and death, we share with the animals. A long time after their fall from a state of grace and oneness into illusion, humans suddenly woke up in what seemed to be an animal body, and they found this very disturbing. Don't fool yourself. You're not no more than an animal. They seemed to be true that was staring them in the face, but it was too disturbing a truth to tolerate. Adam and Eve saw they were naked and they become afraid. Unconscious denial of their animal nature set in very quickly. The threat that they might be taken over by powerful instinctual drives and revert back to complete unconsciousness was indeed a very real one. Shames and taboos appeared around certain parts of the body and bodily functions, especially sexuality. The light of their consciousness was not yet strong enough to make friends with their animal nature, to allow it to be and even enjoy that aspect of themselves, let alone to go deeply into it to find the divine hidden within, the reality within the illusion. So they did what they had to do. They began to disassociate from their body. They now saw themselves as having a body rather than just being it. When religion arose, this disassociation became even more pronounced as you are not your body belief. Countless people in East and West throughout the ages have tried to find God, salvation, enlightenment through denial of the body. This took the form of denial of sense pleasures and of sexuality in particular, fasting, and other aesthetic practices. They even inflicted pain on the body in an attempt to weaken or punish it because they regarded it as sinful. In Christianity, this used to be called mortification of the flesh. Others try to escape from the body by entering trance state or seeking out of the body experiences. Many still do. Even the Buddha is said to have practiced body denial through fasting and extreme force of asceticism for 6 years, but he did not attain enlightenment until after he had given up this practice. Let's complete it, then we will talk in the essence because author is going somewhere. The fact is that no one has ever become enlightened through denying or fighting the body or through an out of body experience. Although such an experience can be fascinating and can give you a glimpse of the state of liberation from the material form, in the end, you will always have to return to the body where the essential work of transformation takes place. Transformation is through the body, not away from it. This is why no true master has ever advocated fighting or leaving the body, although their mind based followers often have. What author has explained is that right now we said that I am not my body or even try to experience that I am a light. But how we did it, how we are doing it, not fighting or denial that I am a body, I have this body, we can't reach that level. Actually, like author says that no true master has ever advocated fighting or leaving the body, although their mind-based followers often have. Actually, the, the Buddha or any person who had the enlightenment or reached certain level has never said that you have to fight or leave the body. You don't have to be enemy with your body. Even you must have seen like mortification. The author is saying in Christianity, some people hit themselves. They say that in this way my sins will be absorbed. So again, the distorted meaning of you are not your body. But here we have to experience that Through living in this body, we have to experience I am not this body, I am a soul. We don't have to fight it. We don't have to fight with the emotions which comes with this body. We this is, where we have to live. We just have to experience I'm just not this body. This is just the outer form, the illusion, but I am not this. My reality, the real life is happening inside. Of the ancient teachings concerning the body, only certain fragments survive, such as Jesus' statement that your whole body will be filled with light, or they survive as myths, such as the belief that Jesus never relinquished his body but remained one with it and ascended into heaven with it. Almost no one to this day has understood those fragments or the hidden meaning of certain myths, and you are not your belief has prevailed universally, leading to body denial and attempts to escape from the body. Countless seekers have thus been prevented from attaining spiritual realization for themselves and becoming finders. So, again, the real meaning of you are not your body, we have to experience it, understand it. It does not mean we have to deny it or we have to escape from the body. This is not the healthy way. This is not a right way. Living in the body only gives me the chance to feel out of body. And living in this body, it's just not about feeling out of body experience. Connecting with self, connecting with God, healing myself. That is the only way to do that. But when we can do that, when we are in the body and we are not experiencing that I am a body, I'm experiencing the being. Is it possible to recover the lost teaching or the significance of the body or to reconstruct them from the existing fragment? There is no need for that. All spiritual teachings originate from the same source. In that sense, there is and always has been only one master who manifests in many different forms. I am that master, and so are you. Once you're able to access the source within and the way to it through the inner body, although all spiritual teachings originate from the same source, once they become verbalized and written down, they are obviously no more than collection of words, and a word is nothing but a signpost, as we talked about earlier. All such teachings are signposts pointing the way back to the source, right? All spiritual teachings actually originate from the same source. All the spiritual teachings, you listen to anyone, all points to same thing that I am a soul and God is the supreme soul and God is light, God is love, Paramatma ek hai, in all the spiritual teachings. But when they were written down, they were distorted according to mind identification, not able to understand the essence of it because they were attached to the words. So all those mix-up agendas came in and, we got confused ki karna kya hai bhai, right? What we have to do. So we are trying to understand the very basic but very effective way for enlightenment to be free from all the negativities, all the fears is to today what we have experienced is feel that I am a light and inner body, light body, experiencing light body within, even for 1 minute, even for 30 seconds. I have already spoken of the truth that is hidden in your body, but I will summarize for you again the lost teaching of the master. So here is another signpost. Please endeavor to feel your inner body as you read or listen. Okay, so 1 minute. Let me see how much is left. Okay, so there is a little detail about it. So we will cover it tomorrow, from the sermon on the body. All right. Even I don't know what is sermon. I have to search for it. So I will look for it. It says a talk on a religious or moral subject. Okay, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. I will see tomorrow. Okay. So let's come to the questions part. Okay. So first question was, yeah, compulsive thinking has become a collective disease. What do you feel about this? So, what do you feel about this? Who wants to share? The author also implies that our egoic mind is a part of collective insanity. Do you agree or do you disagree? Compulsive thinking has become a collective disease. Yes, even I have experienced compulsive thinking a lot. My mind is like, you know, it's very good. It imagines, it's very creative. It imagines very beautiful things. But when we don't take care of it, it goes into that overthinking, negative thinking, fear, all sorts of negativity. It starts imagining. Compulsive thinking has become a collective disease. But what surprises me is that none of us are actually coming in front and sharing the points. I am afraid this actually signifies few things. This says that we have not really either I'm doing the multitasking while reading the books, you were looking at your maybe Instagram, maybe something else. That's why when I ask the question, you're not able to remember. One reason could be that. Second reason could be that I'm still fearful that what these 26 people will say. That means I have not really practiced being in the present. Then where all these days, all these teachings have gone? Hmm? You tell me. Let's forget about these questions. Please answer this new question. What is happening? What is the progress? Why am I not being able to share? Anyone wants to share that why you're not being able to share? Why you're not able to come out of the shell? What's stopping you from sharing, from expressing? Are you thinking you should be perfect? Are you thinking I have to speak in English? You can speak in Hindi, that's okay. Hindi में भी बोल सकते हैं, doesn't matter. What is stopping you? Let me know so that we can work on it. Yes, Induji.
Shanti. Am I audible?
We can't hear you.
Am I audible?
Yes, Rajiv ji.
You are audible, ma'am. Please continue.
Acha, so there is some issue with me.
Oh,
I am not able to hear anyone. Okay, just give me a
oh,
minute. Cut you off. I thought कि आवाज नहीं आ रहा आपको. Yes. Anyone sharing anything?
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes.
हाँ, मैं इस बात से एग्री करती हूँ कि कंपल्सिव थिंकिंग जो है बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गई है। आप किसी से भी पूछो कि सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम क्या है, ओवर थिंकिंग, और सबको यही लगता है, सब ये फील करते हैं कि मेरा मन जो है सोचना बंद नहीं करता। तो कंपल्सिव थिंकिंग जो है सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है। दूसरा, हाँ, हमारा एगोस्टिक माइंड भी इसमें काफी कंट्रीब्यूट करता है। जैसे हम कुछ वाइसेस फील करते हैं, गुस्सा करते हैं या हर्ट फील करते हैं, तो वो चीज हमसे वाइब्रेट होती है, तो पूरे में फैलती है। तो हम भी इसका एक पार्ट हैं। थैंक यू।
Right. Okay, और कोई? Yes, Rajiv ji.
yes. Actually, compulsive thinking brought uh, brought us into the future or past.
Hmm.
It is the nature of the human
Hmm.
who doesn't who doesn't want to keep in the present moment. That's why we think about all those things that happened earlier, our will be happened earlier, and in this stage we miss the present, and present is more precious. When we in present, we understand all those things which is happening now. In this lesson, lesson, uh, writer says that we always try to catch the words and not the its literal meaning.
Yeah.
We should try to understand the literal meaning and enjoy it. And realization is the only thing that brought us into that stage. And after reaching that stage, we can enjoy it. और यह हम लोग फैला सकते हैं दुनिया में.
Right, right.
जो
Absolutely.
मेरे पास होगा, यदि मेरे पास if we have light, we give the light to others. If we have light, we can catch the light of others. If we are darkness, we catch the darkness of others.
Yes, yes, so true. So, second question we can discuss that, author explained that in which way we can practice connecting with our inner body. So, I want to ask you all that
Yeah, yeah.
when we
Uh, uh, I am, in my opinion, mind and matter are interrelated, but something other thing is here, and we are not aware about it. But in my opinion, we should start observing our natural normal respiration as it comes in from which nostril. Either it is coming from left, then left, or right from right. But it means we must be aware about the breathing, how it is coming and how it is going, how it affects our skins. Is it hotter? It means आने वाला सांस जो है वो कैसा है, वो गर्म है कि जाने वाला सांस गर्म है, इसको फील करेंगे ना, तो महसूस होगा कि इनकमिंग ब्रेथ आर कूल एंड आउटगोइंग ब्रेथ आर हॉटर। देन ये सभी जो है, और आउटकमिंग ये जो ये है वो कहाँ हिट कर रहा है, तो इसको क्या होगा कि ऑब्जर्वेशन जब चालू होगा, देन सेंसेशंस को ये ऑब्जर्वेशन कंसंट्रेट करेगा और हमको सारी दुनिया से काटेगा। एंड आफ्टर दैट वी स्टार्ट to observe our sensations in the body from top to bottom, bottom to top, each and every part of the body. We should be aware। यदि हम देखना शुरू करते हैं तो हमको कभी कभी कुछ नहीं महसूस होता है, तो हम ये महसूस करें कि फैन का एयर जो है वो रिपेल कर रहा है, तो उसको ही महसूस करके आगे बढ़े। फिर धीरे 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 हम उसके इनर थिंग्स को पकड़ने लगते।
Right,
We
right,
will be able to catch it.
right.
This is
Yes. So we all have to experience that being light body, and today we all will practice that throughout the day, that I am that light, that energy, and this radiations, this vibrancy, this healing power is radiating to each and every cell of my body, and I am healing it. All right. Okay. Chalo. I will see you tomorrow, and we will read
okay,
the
brother.
next
Okay,
chapters.
brother. Thanks for nice sharing.
Om
And
Shanti. Yeah.